Okay, guys. I'm gonna say, I take it for granted everybody knows how to do stuff already. I'm sure how to make some of these other leads, phone terminals on them. What you need to buy, where to go, and why. First thing that you need to know is, if you watch my films on how to make a solar panel, I made a bunch of them. I've got a 14-part series that's how to make a solar panel for last for 30 years. How to make solar panels that last for 30 years. The bottom side is the positive side of the cell. This is my first cell. All these cells are linked together. And they go down here, and then there's a bus wire down here. It goes over here, and it goes back this way. And it goes down there, and then it ends up down here, see? But the sun goes in on one side. This is the negative side. Okay? Out here I got attached to this and to this a bus wire. It runs across there. It's right behind that aluminum right there. Okay. That's where my negative lead is, see? Right there. So, it's negative. It goes in on that blue side and comes out right here. And then this tab actually goes underneath that cell and goes in on the blue side and comes out on this side and just keeps repeating that. Sometimes it's hard for people to get that concept. But watch Robert Smith's videos. He explains it in depth. And I explain it in depth on how to make solar panel that will last for 30 years. That's 14 parts. And I hope to keep making videos over and over on the same thing. But this one's kind of a repeat video too, but it's a little different. Okay. When you get down to this part right here, last video you showed me putting this on. I took it back off because it needs to be off to attach it. Because you want to screw these gears on here, and it's easier with it off. And also, I wanted to show you that I go to Radio Shack and I buy these ring terminals. These are called clamp-on ring tones. And it's a 24 pack. And it says that it has number 6 rings. And it says it has 22 to 18 gauge. That would be where the wire goes in the little ring terminal.
22 to 18 gauge, and it says it has 6 of those, I think. No, it says it has 22 of those. Then it says it has 22 18 gauge ones, so you get for 18 gauge wire, and then 16 of the little ring terminals that 14 gauge wire fit in. And then it says it has 16 number 8s. They're a little bit bigger ring, and they're 16 of those, and they fit 14 gauge. Anyway, get a bag of those, and I'm going to show you how to put them on, because some people don't know how, and they need to learn. It's first time for everybody. First time for everything. So let's say I was going to make a negative one. I like to use black for my negative wire. This is some pretty thick negative wire. I don't know what gauge it is, probably 16. I don't know. It says it's oil resistant and 600 volt. I don't know, it's a pretty good wire. Anyway, I'll make one kind of like the last one. You clip it off, and I'm making it long enough to reach from that bus wire over to my ring terminal ending block there, and I cut it off to my desired length, and then you can buy strippers that strip it for you, but I strip it like this. this. I just take a little notch out of the side of it, just barely catch it, and then I just pull it off there like that, see? Anyway, that's something that you're gonna practice, is stripping wire. Unless you get it one of those automatic strippers. And then I find a ring terminal. I don't really care which one it is. I notice that they all fit in my deal. Most of them fit pretty good. That one there, oh my, good I did. I have my soldering iron all ready. Whew. I guess my bag's all the way open now. That was the wrong ring terminal. Anyway, it's closed again. Sealed itself back shut. That stinks. I want a little bit bigger one. I think that this one right here is bigger. It's going to fit this wire. I don't know if y'all could see that. Yeah, it fits right in there. Try to get it to go. Well, it looks like one of the strands ain't going to fit. I don't care. Alright, that'll be good enough. I got most of them in there, all but one. And this pair of Chinese needle nose pliers that never would cut wire, it's kind of dull. It's kind of a reject from the factory. I just crimp it right there like this. I have soldered these, a lot of them. I'm just going to crimp it. See? I crimped it. I might just crimp it twice. I did. Okay. Now the wire's in there pretty good, see? Alright, that's how you'd make one of those. Now, I'm going to strip the other end. I'm going to strip it a little bit longer. I'm going to attach it to that bus wire. And solder it to there. Bus wire. I like to twist my wires up. It keeps them tighter. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you see that bus wire right there? I'm going to solder this wire to that. I'm going to sit down the camera for a second because I'm going to put a little bend in this so it'll fit better. Alright. You want to use some flux. I'm going to use this solar cell flux. It'll work. Okay, dab some of that on there like that. And I'm going to lay my wire down there on top of that. Hope you can see. I'm not messing with the camera too bad. Put some more on the wire itself. Now, I kind of messed my soldering iron up, and I don't have a wet rag out here to dunk it in. And it really needs to be clean now. It'd be better if this was wet. Whew. Well, that was hot even through that paper. Well, now see this? Buy this at Radio Shack. And it says 62 36-2 silver bearing solder. The silver bearing part is the part that is important. I'm going to load this soldering iron full of silver solder like that. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm really making it full of solder. Okay. Now, see if we can get it to stick. bet it did. It looks like a really good weld. Really good joint. Okay, so that's on there. So then I need to do the other side. The red, the positive side. And the positive side comes out the bottom. See, this is the bottom of the cell. It goes underneath the silicone, and I've got both of these tabbing wires attached to this bus wire right here. And I'm going to strip that off. Quite a long ways, about an inch. And I already had this one made. I'm not going to make everything on camera. You make it the same way I showed you the other one. And I'm making this one red. That other wire was tin coated wire, I guess, for outdoors. It won't corrode as bad as this regular copper wire. It's probably better wire. I don't know where I found that. I don't need to bend this one. Alright, now I don't know how well this is going to work. This has a little bit of silicone on it, unfortunately. And I'm getting lots of stuff on that. Flux. Okay. Kind of straightening up my wire so it'll lay down. And it's going to lay down. Okay, now I'm going to load my soldering iron up with some solder. You guys ain't seeing that. I wonder what my next camera will be like if it's more wide angle. I don't know. It has a larger lens, I hope. I think it does. Gosh, I hope it's a better camera. I didn't pay very much for it. It's supposed to be more modern. You want to make a really good connection. Give the electricity plenty of places to flow through it. Okay, now that's attached. I'm going to unplug the solder nut so we don't have any more mess ups like that before. Next, I'm going to adjust my camera a little. What I want to do is I want to attach this one. I'm going to make it the furthest one away, that to that right there, that screw, and then this red one right here to this bottom screws on both sides. So I'm going to, and they are ring terminals, so I got to undo the screw all the way. And you know what? I'm making this for people who really don't know, because I had one person complain that I didn't show enough detail. So I'm showing every detail. I usually do show a lot of detail. If a person really watched my 12-part, it's a 14-part series on how to make a solar panel that will last for 30 years, it's all in there. I didn't make the frame, I don't think, on film. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I don't mind doing this again. I might be getting better at making these films anyway. My next one's going to be in high def. If my deal ever gets here, I got to buy a card for the camera. I think it came with one. Oh, what a fumble finger. I'm going to stick my screwdriver in there and then I'm going to pick that deal up. Try to hold it with one hand here. Alright. I believe I got it started. You guys can see that, I hope. Okay, now I got one of the negative ones on. Now, to get the other one started, I'm going to give it a little bend. Kind of fighting me. Get it lined up there. Stick this thing in here like this first. Put my screwdriver in it. Okay. There we go. Now I got it going my way. Alright, sweet. I'm going to straighten that one. Now, there's not a lot of room down here at the bottom. I'm going to make sure this stuff's tight, man. Without stripping it. Alright, now, not a lot of room down there at the bottom. So what I do is I bend these up like that. See, I got that bent up now. And then I bend this one up like that, see? And now, that's going to work. I can put the bolts in it finally. As far as the panel is, I'm just about completely finished. We could do some testing in the sun. If there is any tomorrow, it's raining right now. So, I'm just going to keep making these videos till everybody knows how these things work. Next I'll show you guys how to put some leads on this. You know what, I use a grid tie inverter, so I don't put any blocking diodes, but nowadays all the charge controllers for batteries, they have blocking diodes built into them, so depending on which one you get, make sure you read and see if it's got a built-in blocking diode. And you can just put a blocking diode for all your panels on your lead coming in the house, but the micro grid tie inverters have they don't need a blocking diode, I don't think. So This will probably be hooked up to a GTI. But, if I had 3 of these, I'd have one big bad panel. I think I'll make another one just like it, and I'll hook all 3 together, and it'll be a really nice panel. Okay. It'll give me something to do. There's how you do that. Hope everybody got that. Positive side of the cell, and then the blue pretty side is the negative side. And I noticed that Robert Smith, he really goes really deep in depth about testing each cell when he puts it on there. That's a good idea to do. Make sure they're, after you link a couple cells together, that you have the right voltage. So like if you hooked this cell to this cell and that was only 2 cells you had hooked together, you'd have 1 volt. But just the cell by itself, it should have 0.5 volts. So you gotta have a voltmeter. Alright, well that kind of wraps up this little episode on how to do that. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I got more solar videos coming. I make something solar just about every day. Thanks for watching.